So back in the early 2000s, Pokemon was one of the biggest innovative. I remember back in elementary, kids were just trading lunches or something just to get cards. And I think the most infamous one was Charizard, the holographic Charizard, which was like the big deal. If you had one, you were like the king in the playground or something. And then there were multiple coming out, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z, and they were all great. Kids would be playing cards, they would be playing Blade, and there was a lot going on back in the day, and I mean a lot. As far as I'm concerned, I remember how big it was for a kid like me. Unfortunately for me, I couldn't get any. I did have a little brother who played Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well. He would collect them, but unfortunately, I have no idea what he did with them. And I'm certain they're hopefully and they found a good home. But one crucial card turned the tables around, combining between Digimon, Pokemon, a little bit of Blade, and that would be Bakugan Battle Brawlers. So essentially, after the 2000s, everything was marketed. Every kid in elementary wanted these. They wanted Pokemon, they wanted Yu-Gi-Oh! Bakugan was off the hook. Digimon was coming in as well, and I kid you not, it was non-stop. Kids were trading in their lunches or something. And anyone who had the freaking holographic Charizard, you were like the big freaking deal. You were the motherfucking man to have that shit. So, everyone in elementary, back in recess, I'm assuming, they were so much into training that they were willing to play. I seen kids play Pokemon, trading in their Oreos or their gummies just to get like a Squirtle or any particular stuff. And to this day, it's still going around. It's not gonna die anytime soon, unfortunately. But Bakugan was its own unique differences. It was combining between Digimon, including Pokemon, and a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh here and there. But I kid you not, to this day, it still holds up. In 2025, even doing this research, it's still going. And I kid you not, look up the channels that I'm gonna show you on the screen or in the description, show them support, because to this day, they still talk about Bakugan. So once Bakugan was getting too popular, commercials were already selling them. Kids were going crazy over them. I remember the stadium, I remember the little mats that they would have, I remember like throwing at them just to hit him and boom, out pops the creature. To this day, I managed to find a set of Bakugans, but unfortunately it's not the Battle Brawler. It's basically Armored Alliance. But I'm assuming there's some differences in here. Maybe it's a mix, I'm not entirely sure. But to this day, I finally have it in my hand. Once the card set was already set in stone, there had to be video games. Speaking of which, there were multiple games from every console. Most of them came out of Japan, and most of them were just necessarily released. For instance, in 2020, Bakugan was already released, but judging from the review of this video, I'm not shocked that no one wants to talk about that particular one. But the only one that the hype was back in 2009 when the Xbox 360 was set in stone. I happen to have Battle Brawler. Yes, Battle Brawler. Now, this one was given to me from a fan. Ryan, if you're watching this, thank you. So yeah, he donated this game to me, and this is what's been hyping it up for me. Even to this day, even after my hiatus, I still play this game. You can't go wrong with this particular game. And honestly, I'm shocked that I'm still addicted to this one. Even after that game came out, there happened to be a sequel called Defend the Core. But I'm not going to focus on that one. My main focus will be on Battle Brawler. And the thing is, there were multiple games that came out on the DS and so on. The most recent one was the Switch, like I mentioned earlier. But that's pretty much it, what I had to say. So all is said and done, this is Bakugan Battle Brawlers on the Xbox 360.
this is Bakugan Battle Brawlers on the Xbox 360. To this day, it's still one of the greatest games there is, other than Defend the Core. And oddly to say, have nothing negative or bad to say. That the graphics are great, the controls are not that complicated to understand or follow through. Other than you have to use the right trigger to spam your opponent's Bakugan to not reach the game card, which is pretty relevant, pretty funny. It takes a style of kind of like playing Mortal Kombat, where you have to level from small to biggest opponents. It's kind of like that with this, where you fly into the stadium and just Bakugan brawl. And as far as I'm concerned, it's one of the best things there is. And the thing is, the more you win, the more XP or points you would win along the way. And you could use those points to play, you could use them to level up your Bakugan or get more cards or status, everything, including basically buying clothes for yourself, leveling up your own character as well. It's so fun, and it takes the story from the anime and import it to the game. I have nothing bad to say about it other than, yeah, this is going to be a short review, but other than the graphics are great, the music is top notch. Just listen.
Bakugan, stand!
Stand. CPU2's turn.
Bakugan, brawl!
Everything about it says it all. Like, look at this. This is great. How come there's no more of Bakugan video games? Well, there were, like I mentioned. Bakugan came on the PS2, then the Xbox 360, and the Wii, the DS, and I believe there was an arcade, but I guess that was only released in Japan. And the latest one was the Switch back in 2020, but no one wants to talk about that one because it doesn't feel the same like the original Bakugans. I guess it's following the reboot of the new show, which I have nothing bad to say about that series other than like it feels like they're not treating Bakugan like how they are. And as of Bakugan the game, including the cards, they're still being developed, even though it's kind of hard to find in most stores. You have to either go to convenience stores or card stores to go get these things, but they're kind of hard to find. The most convenience I found them, which was thanks to GPO, who got me Bakugan Gen 3, which is the Bakugan mixed with Blade. And it's kind of weird that this is a new Bakugan, but I have nothing bad to say about it. And the Bakugan set that I have, which is Armored Alliance, is completely new to me. So I didn't know during research that there were multiple generations of Bakugan, which the only one I knew was the OG. And the thing is, to finding the OG Bakugan card set, including the original Bakugan creatures, they're kind of hard to find, and the price says otherwise. While Gen 3, including Armored Alliance, I believe they're kind of easy to get, but depending on where you find it. When I got the Armored Alliance, I got it off of OfferUp for $50, which is not bad. GPO got this on Amazon for like $20. Originally, we were supposed to use this for a prop or for like a B-roll to see two players play this, but it has too much value to me to open it. So I'm just playing it off of the Armored Alliance, and I wish there were more. Like, give Beyblade a new hope, and give Bakugan a new startup. Give Digimon like the best outcome, because those three are like no one talks about them no more. I think it's because Pokemon is too popular and it's overrated. I have nothing negative to say about Pokemon. I love Pokemon, but give Bakugan, Beyblade, and Digimon the boost that they needed, because those were the years where everyone was talking about Beyblade, Bakugan, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon. Like, I believe, if I remember correctly, Beyblade is still popular, even though no one talks about it that much, but it's still popular. And I believe there's a tournament, an actual tournament for like somewhere at Walmart. I'm not sure where. I think Utah or Texas, somewhere around there, during my research, I actually found out that Beyblade is still popular and it's still going. The anime franchise is still going, reboots here and there, and the Beyblade themselves are still going. As for video games, I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna have to see what could I find out in a while. But I just wish the community of these loving memories of Beyblade, Digimon, Bakugan, like, hey, let's make them popular again. And I know for a fact that tournaments are still out and about. When 2019 and 2009, when Bakugan was so popular, that there were tournaments. Same thing with Beyblade. So it's not far gone. I just think it's like no one's talking about it. Well, I hope so, because honestly, if there was a tournament, I'll go. So there you have it, guys. This is Bakugan Battle Brawlers on the Xbox 360. It's addicting. It's very addicting to me, and I love it. I still love it to this day. Where I've been hiatus, I still play this goddamn game because it's very addicting. I have a friend of mine who taught me how to understand Bakugan, and thanks to him, I had to do my research very, very delicate. And even though I kind of messed up saying a few things here and there, but hey, it's because I'm so excited to talk about Bakugan, okay? I grew up with it, even though I never had the toys when I was a kid. I still remember how popular it was in my school.
Well, there you have it. Bakugan Battle Brawlers on the Xbox 360. It still holds up to this day, and it's one of the best straightforward games there is. The graphics and the control are straightforward and nothing complicated here and there. It's kind of like a mix of an RPG. You gotta keep your Bakugan up in status. You gotta give them ability to fast throwing, including more health, I guess. But that's it. Hell, you could even create your own character and go to the store and go get these things just to go status up your Bakugan. Even that's great. Even to this day, it still complexes me that Bakugan is still there. Hell, even the community of Bakugan tournaments were a thing from 2009 to 2010, maybe 2012 if I'm not correcting myself. But it was such a big deal that I didn't even get a chance to watch it. But in 2019, including 2025, I'm assuming, around there were tournaments, but due to the pandemic, I guess everything was on hold. But I wish there was a tournament for Bakugan again. And will I do it? I would. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I will do it. I will learn Bakugan again, and I will challenge myself to play it. It's like playing Smash. You gotta play that game. And there are tournaments for Smash Bros. I'm not lying. And imagine Bakugan tournaments, I'll go for there as well. Hell, it took me a while to find these particular Bakugans. I was gonna go on. I did find a good friend of mine named GPO went on out of his way to get me one, but I noticed that it was a newer set. I believe it was the new version. This one is Armored Alliance, which I don't know what generation is it, but I'm pretty sure they're the same, but I could be wrong. I'm not trying to piss anyone off as far as I'm concerned. But the idea of just playing with these things and just getting a creature out there, it's completely acknowledged that you could just get one of these things and just roll it. And the best thing is that it will just pop out the creature. And that's so cool. Like, look at that. That's awesome. And even to this day, I still admire the game. And well, and like I said, in all actuality, if I ever had to go to a tournament to play Bakugan, I will do it. I love it. And to this day, like Bakugan, Pokemon, Beyblade is still a thing. Digimon is still a thing. Cards are still being produced, but they're kind of hard to find. You gotta either go to Walmart, Target just to go get them. Even if you're lucky at those stores, Amazon is convenient for them. And maybe as well for me, because I managed to find one. But this one, I got it off of a flea market for $50. And it seems that it's missing 3, but I don't care. The journey for me is to find more of these guys. So there you guys have it. Next episode, it's gonna be a shocker. I'll see you guys next time. Otaku Nerd out.